The Galactic Conquest Fleet had defeated 247 civilizations. They had crushed empires spanning thousands of star systems. Entire worlds surrendered the moment Admiral Zorvak's flagship appeared in orbit. His reputation echoed across the galaxy. One sentence followed him everywhere. Resistance is statistically impossible. No one had ever laughed at him. Until Earth. Deep inside the flagship Oblivion Spear, thousands of alien officers stood perfectly still as the final approach toward Earth began. Massive holographic displays floated through the command chamber. Blue oceans, green continents, billions of humans. Admiral Zorvak slowly folded his 4 armored arms behind his back. Status. A nervous communications officer saluted. Fleet is in position, Admiral. Another officer added. Orbital weapons online. Planetary shield breakers ready. Ground invasion forces prepared. Everything was perfect, exactly how Zorvak liked it. He stared at the tiny blue planet. So, he whispered, another civilization joins history. The bridge remained silent. Everyone expected another flawless victory. A junior intelligence officer suddenly cleared his throat. Admiral, Zorvak didn't even look at him. What? Our long-range scanners detected. The officer hesitated. An unusual planetary event. Zorvak finally turned. Explain. The hologram zoomed toward North America. Million, then tens of millions, then over 100 million humans. All watching. The same thing. The officer blinked. It appears the species has temporarily stopped functioning. Silence. What? They're all watching. He checked the translation software. Something called Super Bowl. The bridge became confused. What is a Super Bowl? Another officer answered confidently. Possibly a ceremonial battle. A scientist disagreed. No, perhaps a planetary leadership election. Someone else guessed. A religious sacrifice. The computer finally translated the definition. Annual sporting championship. Silence. The Admiral frowned. They stopped everything. For sports? Apparently. The Admiral looked offended. This species has no discipline. The science officer coughed. Actually, they appear extremely serious about it. The display zoomed farther. Traffic almost disappeared. Restaurants packed. Homes overflowing. Bars full. Military bases. Also watching. Even astronauts aboard Earth's orbital station had requested score updates. Zorvak narrowed all 4 eyes. They delayed military readiness. For entertainment? Correct. The Admiral smiled. Excellent. They're distracted. This will be the easiest invasion in fleet history. Meanwhile, inside a crowded sports bar in Texas, nobody noticed the alien fleet. Nobody looked outside. Nobody checked the news. Because the championship game had just started. One fan screamed, "Let's go!" Another threw chicken wings into the air. Someone spilled an entire bucket of soda. Nobody cared. Priorities. Thousands of kilometers away, the president sat inside the emergency command bunker. Military advisors surrounded him. Missile warnings flashed across giant screens. One general shouted, "Sir, unknown spacecraft have entered Earth's orbit." Another officer yelled, "They're enormous." The president looked at the screen, then looked at another screen. The football game. He sighed. "Can't wait until halftime." The room froze. "Sir," I said, "can it wait for halftime?" Back aboard the alien flagship, every surveillance drone reported the same impossible phenomenon. Humans were refusing to panic. Cities remained loud. People kept grilling burgers. Children painted their faces. Someone wore an entire cheese-shaped hat. One alien officer whispered, "Admiral, I believe they don't know we're here." Another officer interrupted, "No, they definitely know." Everyone stared. "Ow!" The officer enlarged a television broadcast. Breaking news flashed briefly. Unknown objects enter Earth orbit. The news lasted exactly 6 seconds, then immediately returned to football. The Admiral blinked. "What?" The translator replayed it. "Alien invasion." Coming up after this touchdown, the broadcast returned to cheering fans. No fear, No lightyears. No evacuation. Just football. Zorvak slowly sat down. For the first time in 400 campaigns, he felt confused. What kind of civilization ignores? The first alien landing craft pierced Earth's atmosphere like blazing comets. Across the skies of America, thousands of civilians finally looked up. One little boy pointed toward the glowing ships. "Dad, are those aliens?" His father glanced up for half a second. "Yeah." The boy's eyes widened. "Shouldn't we run?" His father looked back at the giant television through the living room window. "The game's tied. We'll panic later." Admiral Zorvak watched every camera feed from orbit. His confidence had begun to crack. "They're still watching football." The intelligence officer nodded. 93% of detected humans continue viewing the event. The admiral rubbed his forehead. "I don't understand this species." The invasion officially began. Dropships landed in parking lots, city parks, stadiums, and open fields. Alien soldiers marched out in perfect formation. 8 feet tall, black armored suits, plasma rifles glowing. Every movement synchronized. On any other world, this display alone would have caused mass surrender. Instead, someone in the crowd shouted, "Hey, you guys here for the halftime show?" The entire parking lot laughed. One alien whispered, "Was that sarcasm?" Another replied, "I think so." The commander activated Earth's languages through the translator. "People of Earth, your civilization is now under galactic authority. Lay down your weapons. Resistance is..." A loud voice interrupted him. "SHHHHH." The alien stopped speaking. Everyone in the sports bar turned around. One man pointed at the television. "You're blocking the screen." The commander blinked. "Excuse me?" "The TV. Move. We can't see." The commander slowly stepped aside. The crowd immediately continued watching the game. Nobody even looked at him anymore. One alien soldier whispered, "Commander, did we surrender?" Elsewhere, another dropship landed directly outside a massive barbecue party. Smoke filled the air. Steaks sizzled. Country music played. Families laughed. The aliens marched forward dramatically. An elderly man flipped a burger. Without looking up, he asked, "You boys hungry?" The commander froze. "What? Burger? No, hot dog. We came to conquer your world." The old man shrugged. "Cool. You still want mustard?" Back aboard the flagship, Admiral Zorvak stared in disbelief. His officers avoided eye contact. Finally, someone spoke. "Admiral, we've never trained for hospitality." Then, the most confusing event happened. A football player scored a spectacular touchdown. Across America, millions screamed so loudly that alien sensors believe humanity had launched a sonic weapon. Warning alarms exploded across the flagship. Massive planetary shockwave detected. Energy spike. Atmospheric vibration increasing. The admiral stood. "What weapon is that?" Scientists rapidly analyzed the signal. After several seconds, crowd cheering. Silence. "You mean they're yelling?" "Yes, they're happy." The admiral slowly closed all 4 eyes. "I need a vacation." Meanwhile, inside the biggest stadium in America, the game suddenly stopped. Not because of aliens, because the referees were reviewing a play. The invasion fleet waited. The alien commanders waited. Even civilians paused. One confused alien asked, "Why has everyone become silent?" A nearby fan answered, "We're waiting to see if the refs messed this up." The alien nodded. "Who are the refs?" The fan sighed. "Nobody knows." 30 seconds later, the referee announced the decision. Half the stadium erupted in celebration. The other half booed so loudly that alien translators classified it as an organized rebellion. Warning lights flashed again. Hostile uprising detected. The admiral shouted, "Finally! Attack!" An officer interrupted. "Correction, they're angry at the referee." The admiral stared at him. "Who?" "The referee. The invasion is apparently a lower priority." For the first time in galactic history, an invasion fleet found itself competing. Admiral Zorvak slammed one armored fist onto the command console. "Enough. If these humans refuse to acknowledge our invasion, Then we will interrupt the event itself. Every officer looked relieved. Finally, a sensible plan. The communications commander smiled. We will hijack every television, every phone, every screen on Earth. They will have no choice but to watch. Zorvac nodded. Do it. Within seconds, every television signal on Earth went black. The stadium crowd gasped. Millions of viewers leaned closer to their screens. A deep mechanical voice echoed across the planet. People of Earth, you are now under the authority of the Galactic Conquest Fleet. The image shifted to Admiral Zorvac, standing proudly aboard his flagship. I am Admiral Zorvac. I have conquered 247 civilizations. I offer you one opportunity. Surrender peacefully or be destroyed. Silence. For 3 long seconds, the entire planet watched. The Admiral smiled. At last, they understand. Then, a teenager sitting on his couch muttered, Bro, this commercial is weird. Another replied, Yeah, probably for a new movie. Social media exploded. Hashtag best Super Bowl ad. Hashtag alien trailer. Hashtag CGI looks amazing. Hashtag fake aliens. Millions of comments flooded the internet. October 10th marketing. Who's directing this movie? The graphics are insane. Can't wait for the sequel. On the flagship, the intelligence officer turned pale. Admiral, they think it's an advertisement. Zorvac blinked. An advertisement? Yes. They're rating your invasion. The Admiral stared at the live comments. White medium star, white medium star, white medium star, white medium star, white medium star. Best commercial tonight. White medium star, white medium star, white medium star, white medium star. Cool armor. White medium star. Ending was predictable. The Admiral's eye twitched. They are reviewing me? Determined to prove he was real, Zorvac raised one hand. Observe. A massive orbital que non firit. A lonely mountain in the desert vanished in a flash of light. The explosion lit up the horizon. Back on Earth, people finally reacted. One man shouted, Whoa, another said, They've got the budget for explosions too. Someone clapped. Hollywood keeps getting crazier. The Admiral nearly screamed. They still think we're actors. Then the network abruptly cut away. The football broadcast returned. The commentator smiled. And now, back to the game. The crowd cheered louder than before. Zorvac stared at the screen in disbelief. They interrupted me? A communications officer answered quietly. The television network prioritized the game. Moments left. The halftime show began. Brilliant lights filled the stadium. Music thundered through the air. Dancers flooded the field. The alien fleet watched in complete silence. One young officer whispered, Admiral, is this their military parade? Another officer shook his head. I believe this is entertainment. The young officer looked horrified. They spend this much energy just to entertain themselves? Then something even stranger happened. The crowd started waving glowing wristbands in perfect synchronization. From orbit, it looked like the entire stadium had become a giant living light display. Alien sensors went wild. Unknown energy pattern detected. Formation changing, possibly a planetary defense matrix. Scientists rushed to analyze it. After several tense moments, negative, they're dancing. The bridge fell completely silent. One officer quietly removed his helmet. I studied 12,000 years of military history for this. Meanwhile, back on Earth, a cameraman accidentally pointed his camera toward one of the hovering alien ships. The audience saw it clearly. The stadium erupted into cheers. Thousands began chanting, Let them play! Let them play! The aliens exchanged confused looks. Play what? Before anyone could answer, a television producer made the most unbelievable decision in broadcasting history. If they're already here, invite them onto the field. The invitation was sent. Admiral Zorvac read the translated message twice, then a third time. They're inviting us to the Super Bowl. No one on the flagship knew how to respond. For the first time in galactic history, the invaders have been challenged, not to a war, but to a football game. No one spoke. Every officer looked toward Admiral Zorvac. Surely, this had to be a trap. The intelligence officer carefully analyzed the message one more time. No hidden weapons. No encrypted military code. No biological threat. He swallowed. They genuinely want us on the field. Zorvac narrowed all four eyes. Perhaps this is how humans choose their leaders. Another officer nodded. A ceremonial contest. The winner rules the planet. For the first time since arriving at Earth. The Admiral smiled. So, they finally challenge us. 5 minutes later, a massive alien shuttle descended into the stadium. More than 70,000 fans stood up. Then, instead of screaming in fear, the crowd erupted into deafening applause. Woo woo! Aliens! 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 Thousands pulled out their phones. Millions watching around the world did the same. Within seconds, the alien landing became the most streamed event in human history. The shuttle doors slowly opened. Thick blue mist rolled across the field. Giant armored warriors marched out in perfect formation. Heavy footsteps echoed through the stadium. Boom! 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 The announcer's voice filled the arena. Ladies and gentlemen, I guess we got some unexpected guests tonight. The crowd laughed. Someone in the front row shouted, "Give them jerseys!" Back on the bridge, the translator froze. "Admiral, they're requesting uniforms." "What?" "So everyone knows which team we're on." The Admiral sighed. "Fine. If wearing fabric earns their respect, then we shall wear fabric." Minutes later, an equipment manager nervously handed Zorvac a football jersey. It was 3 sizes too small. After several awkward attempts, they gave up and cut the sleeves off. The stadium exploded with laughter. One child pointed at the giant alien and yelled, "Mom, he's got shoulder pads bigger than the players." Even Zorvac looked down at himself. This is ridiculous. Then came a coin toss. The referee walked confidently toward the alien captain. "Captain, call it in the air." The translator whispered. "He requests a tactical decision." Zorvac nodded proudly. "Heads." The coin flipped, landed